then on arrival. Round up around, spit out all over. Rhyme like a rolling stone, come in the crowd. Watch out the moon, they diss you loud. Guess what this sound and bombs whole ground. So round up, don't ease your pace, cause enemy's brutal. Moment of truth, there ain't no truth. You're the only one world, one love. But the battle goes on, shadows all mass destruction.
All right, hello and welcome to the Shark Stream. It's me, if you can believe it. I'm here now. Boy howdy, is it ever Thursday, and it's time for some Final Fantasy XIV. What news has there been recently? Giant Bomb's back. That's something that happened during PAX, but I didn't mention it the other day. So if you're not, okay, hi, I'm Gage. Welcome to the Shark Stream. AKA Acid Shark. That's me. I'm Acid Shark. So this is something that actually happened at PAX. This was a whole thing. So if you haven't been keeping up with this absolute roller coaster of a story, basically what happened, Giant Bomb, the popular long-running gaming news website, was owned by Fandom. And right away, if you know anything about, like, big name internet, like these big name, like, conglomerates that own, like, large chunks of the internet, that already sends up some red flags to you. Giant Bomb was good in spite of being owned by Fandom. But Fandom as a company fucking sucks. If you've ever had to use, like, a fandom wiki, you know how bad they are, because those things are fucking minefields of ads and malware. Like, it's bad. There are people out there who are, like, even beyond just, like... I gotta turn the music down just a little bit. I love Mass Destruction, I do. The song, not the war crime. But even beyond, like, just ad blocks, there are people who make browser plugins specifically for the purpose of making fandom wikis bearable to access and navigate. So, like, that's the caliber of folks that were in charge, not in charge of Giant Bomb, but that owned Giant Bomb. And recently they had made the decision of, hey, we're going to move entirely to, like, game guides and, like, AI content. I don't remember if it was AI content, but moving entirely to game guides, I believe, was something that was floated. And basically everyone at Giant Bomb pretty much resigned in protest, or they were fired. Regardless, there was one day where Giant Bomb was full of employees, and like notable, like, names, like people who are, like, known quantities within the world of gaming journalism, and then the very next day, it wasn't anymore. And something very funny happened. Because Giant Bomb is nominally built off the backs of its, like, talent, insofar as that, like, part of the appeal of Giant Bomb are the folks that work there and the personalities of the individuals at it. It turns out that when you take away one of the major aspects of something, one of the main things that keep people going back to a website, it completely tanks that thing's value in the eyes of a corporation like Fandom. In fact, it tanked the fucking value of Giant Bomb so much that the people who worked for Giant Bomb were able to buy it back and make it go independent again. And that's really cool. And they announced this at PAX East. Like, that's cool. That's cool. You'll love to see it. What else has been going on? Oh, so Max, formerly HBO Max, the streaming service run by Warner Brothers, is undergoing another name change. It is now HBO Max again. God, fucking streaming services. I swear to fucking Christ. Ugh. Okay. I'm alright. It's so dumb. It's very stupid. It's a very stupid situation they've created here, where it's just like, okay, you were Max for like, what, a year? And now you're just HBO Max again? What was the fucking point of changing the name in the first place if you're just gonna fucking change it back? What is this? Where are we? Who is making these decisions? I think part of this is just like, you almost certainly have people who are working at these companies that like can tell when something is a good idea or when something is a bad idea, or it's just like reducing something to like a single fucking syllable, reducing God, a single syllable word for your streaming service just doesn't feel good. It doesn't have good mouthfeel. You need to have a minimum 2 syllables. I genuinely think like 3 syllables is the ideal. But it's just like, no, we're gonna call it Max. And it's just like, Max tells me nothing. Disney Plus tells a story. Peacock, well, Peacock, Birds? Peacock doesn't tell me a whole lot. Peacock tells me you like birds, but you can also, there's also like a through line there where like you associate the NBC logo with a peacock. And then of course there's Paramount Plus, that tells a story. Netflix is its own story, you know? I don't remember, like there's Tubi. Roku? Again, it's one of those things where it's just like, you need a minimum 2 syllables. Max tells me nothing. Like, what, is the streaming service run by fucking Goofy's son? Is Goofy's full name Goofy Goof? Like, if Max's last name is Max Goof. Hold on. Okay, Google. What is Goofy's full name?
According to Wikipedia, in his 1950s cartoons, usually played a character called George G.G. Sources from the Goof Troop continuity give the character's full name as G.G. Likely in reference to the 1950s game.
Wait. His name is George G. Geef? Wait, Goofy is a nickname? I mean, I guess that's consistent with Max's name, that his last name would be Goof. What does the GG stand for? George Geef Goof? What does the G in George G. Geef stand for? This is fascinating. I always thought it was Goofy D Dog. But then, like, that's not consistent with Max's name. What the fuck am I talking about? We're here to play Final Fantasy XIV. This is the wrong Square Enix thing for me to be talking about this on. His first appearance was Mickey's review as Dippy Dog. Yeah, his full name is GG Goofy Goof. He has aliases of Dippy Dog, George G. Geef, Goofus D Dog, Goofy G Goof, and Super Goof. Spouse is Mrs. Geef or Mrs. Goof? Max Goof's son. Aww. Goofy's wife was probably a fucking bombshell, right? Like, can you imagine Can you imagine the kind of puss Goofy crushes? What the fuck am I talking about? We need to get started. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Oh god. Okay. I'm not even prepared to go to the game. Hello, High on Agenda. Welcome. We're here to witness one of the most pathetic Catboy NPCs. We sure fucking are. I'm so excited. I am absolutely thrilled to be here for this today. Alright, let's get started here. Oh god, I turned up the speed on my fucking mouse by accident again. Hold on. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so today what we're doing... So, last time on Final Fantasy XIV, we finished up the first half of the base MSQ for Shadowbringers. And we did the... Fuck, what did we do? Tank role quests, that's it. Now, I am running these role quests in the order that I initially did them. Within my like, kind of personal playthrough. Today, a funny little guy will be joining us. Within my personal playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV, the order that I did this in was tank, physical DPS, magical DPS, healer. Because I didn't want to play healer. You see. But I played through Shadowbringers, I believe, primarily as a Gunbreaker. Because I was really excited to get Gunbreaker, because Gunbreaker is by far the coolest tank. I will have no bad things said about Gunbreaker. You have a sword with a gun on it, or quite possibly a gun with a sword on it. It's not super clear. As usual, I cheated as a summoner main. So this is Lue-Reeq. Lue-Reeq is a wet paper bag of a Catboy. And I love him so much. I love him so much that, quite honestly, he's one of my wool ships. This guy is great. No greater sport. Lue-Reeq thinks you just might be the answer to his prayers. Oh. Well, you flatter me. Hey boy, hey, how you doing? Wait, you wouldn't happen to be... Aww. Can I help you, sir? Damn, he really just, like, looking at me with all of his eyes. Yes, of course you are. 'Tis plain from the way you carry yourself. You're just the sort of woman I've been looking for. You're perfect. Oh. Flatter me further, why don't you? My name is Lue-Reeq, and I am a bounty hunter. Not just any bounty hunter, I will have you know. Nay, I am not wont to settle for run-of-the-mill prey. I hunt sin-eaters. He is like eyes into chest height. I know. God bless his goofy ass. I love Lue-Reeq so goddamn much. Not only that, I have recently set my sights on a particularly notable fiend. One of the 4 cardinal virtues, those infamous instigators of the flood itself. Did I say that there were 5 cardinal virtues in my tweet? I forget. I don't think I gave a number, now that I'm thinking about it. I did not give a number. Okay, cool. Naturally, it will take considerable strength and skill to defeat such a formidable eater, and I am not afraid to admit I cannot do it alone. However, with the aid of equally formidable allies, I am confident it can be done. And you, my friend, are exactly the sort of ally I have a mind to recruit. Walk away without a word. Oh my god, sandbag this boy. Nah, faint interest. Okay. He wants me so bad. I knew you would be interested, and should the challenge alone be insufficient motivation, know that I have substantial financial resources at my disposal. You'll be duly compensated for your service, rest assured. It's not even real interest. However, as much as I am certain you are the right woman for the job, it is only meet that I put your skills to the proof. A simple test should suffice. Pray, do not be offended, but you would be shocked how many people present themselves falsely in order to enrich themselves or to impress others. He's such a dork. I love him so much. Don't pay attention to the woman at the bar. We gotta go meet Lue-Reeq away. Hold on, where's the fucking Aethernet? Thankfully, I've played so much FF14 over the years that it is not subject to the same sort of thing that Forspoken was, where I go away for 2 weeks and completely forget how to play the game. Although I will admit to forgetting that they made it so that you can summon mounts while running. Though, in my defense, that's a much more recent development. The SHB role quest can be summarized with a single word for each. Depression, pathetic, redacted, and redacted. What could the redacted ones be? I guess we'll find out. I find the magical DPS role quests to be kind of the most boring ones. Mostly because just, like, Serig is such a nothing character. Like, God bless him. But, like, he's not the main character of those role quests, realistically speaking. He's just kind of there. I don't find Serig interesting at all. Now, Giot! He's not the main character of his role quest. Yeah, exactly. Giot's a different story. Magic role quest word, adoption. Here we are, our proving grounds. You need only slay a beast of suitable ferocity before my very eyes to demonstrate your own. Naturally, we require bait to lure one out of hiding. Oi, my lord, got your package here? Well done, my good man, and here is your payment. Look at how many fucking ruffles his goddamn clothes have. Oh, this? The bait in question. Easier to have it delivered than to take a detour and pick it up myself. Rather more efficient as well. Time is money. Now then, you need only place it in the open and slay whatever comes to claim it. I cannot imagine it will take long for something to come hither. So you can kind of already see the directions that Lue-Reeq's story is going to take place, or take in its unfolding, where it's just like, yeah, we need bait for this thing. He doesn't have bait prepared, but it's okay. He paid someone to go do it. And he mentioned just like, oh yeah, I'll pay you handsomely. And it's just like, okay, he's a rich kid. He's a rich kid paying others to do his shit. As I said, simply place the bait out in the open and await whatever ferocious beast comes to feast upon it. Slay it, and I will know you to be a warrior brave and true. Reek, I don't think anything's coming. Nothing's coming to get the bait. I sense a hostile presence. I'm doing this all wrong. Anyway. Fantastic! I knew I was not wrong about you. Come, let us return to the Crystarium at once. Do-do-do. Wait, why am I fucking teleporting to the Crystarium? I can just go there. It's literally right over there. He's got ruffles for days. Oh wait, Crystarium's this way. I forgot. Magic TPS Roll Quest on Shadowbringers was a tad boring, but I did win an Endwalker and Dawntrail because Magic TPS Roll Quest took me to my favorite areas. Hell yeah. I feel like in the Dawntrail Roll Quests, everybody wins, because those are some of the most fun that I feel like I've had with Roll Quests in, like, a while. The sense of humor in those particular Roll Quests is so good. They unfortunately don't quite stick the landing with the Master Roll Quest for those. But honestly, like, everything leading up to it is so good that, like, I can kind of forgive it a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't look at them. Don't look at those characters. They don't exist yet. Look at this fucking spread. This motherfucker got us a cornucopia. And a big ass... What the fuck do they feed the goddamn turkeys here? Hold on, I gotta get a closer look at this. We got some kind of a pie. Some vegetables. Various fruits. Not squapes. They can't afford squapes in Norvrant. We got some kind of a soup. We got some cool bottles. All about cool bottles. Some meats. We only ended on a high note with the ending joke, but I agree. Yeah. Congratulations on a kill well made, my good woman. I dare say this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership. Let us commemorate the occasion with a feast. Eat, drink, and be merry. But I'm Eigeld. Why would I be merry? Who's Mary? Hello, Kale. Ah, it's him, the dumbass. Grave some more polygons than an Endwalker. Grunt, crunch, crunch, snort, slurp, grunt. Wonderful stuff, isn't it? My compliments to the chef. Belch. Oh my god. He has such bad manners. He's a rich kid with bad table manners. He's basically Jonathan Joestar. I loved the Magic Roll Quest. I'm sorry, Kale. Serig is kind of boring. Serig is kind of a boring character. Like, we discussed this. He's not the main character of those quests. The actual main character of those quests is genuinely kind of compelling. But also, Serig is Serig is a character who is contractually obligated to be in the magic roll quests for Shadowbringers. That's the best way I can describe it. I shove Serig aside. Like, if you love the magic roll quest for the actual main character of those quests, by all means, that is 100% valid. There's a really good joke with that particular character once we get to the Master Role quest stuff and the patches. Regarding having a friend his own age, which when I initially heard that line, I was just like, wait, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But then, like, I thought about it for a little bit more than not at all, and I'm just like, oh yeah, no, that's actually 100% correct. That is a friend of his own age. No spoilers, but oh. It's also, like, actually the most important person for the Master Quest, and it's funny because he's not the lead of the Magic Roll Quest. I've got, So, Celsius came out with a few new flavors for their 12-ounce cans, the Vibe series. I think my favorite right now is Retro Vibe. If you haven't had it, it is a sparkling sherbet slush energy drink, and it is fucking delicious. If I wasn't trying to, I absolutely 100% need to pace myself with energy drinks, because I have drank an energy drink too quickly before and have fucked myself up for like a week as a result. This is one of the ones where I feel like if I wasn't forcing myself to like pace, then I would absolutely down the whole thing within like seconds. That sounds tasty, but I avoid all energy drinks because I feel my ADHD would make it kill me. It's honestly, as somebody who has like unmedicated ADHD, energy drinks kind of help me focus and like at the very least stay like on task a little bit, kind of. But also, like most things with caffeine, like I think if I'm having something with caffeine and I'm trying to be active at the same time, like I need something with caffeine when I'm doing like busy work, like, you know, day job, streaming. If it's something where I like have to be like consistently active and alert, caffeine can sometimes have like do that funny ADHD thing where it's just like, oh, we're gonna make you sleepy instead. I should like to return to our earlier discussion, that of the virtue I have engaged you to hunt with me. Andrea is her name, and she roams Northrend in the guise of Renda Ray, fallen warrior of light and renowned hunter of Eld. Love Renda Ray. She is a most elusive eater who has been sighted in every corner of the realm. Though her movements are unpredictable, she has often been witnessed pursuing and slaying extraordinarily dangerous beasts. So technically speaking, this character is one of the one of the earliest FF14 characters to have like a canon voice. And it's entirely because, okay, so I've talked about this before. The Warriors of Darkness, aka the Warriors of Light of the First, are all based on the Warriors of Light from the Realm Reborn trailer. Ardbert is one-to-one with Meteor, and then the Rogadine Paladin, the Mikote Ranger, the Elizin Black Mage, and the Lalafell White Mage. All present in the Realm Reborn trailer. Renda Ray, obviously, is based on the Mikote Archer. She is not the same specific character because all of the Warriors of Light from the Realm Reborn trailer are obviously what's the word I'm looking for? Eorzean, as opposed to being from Northrend. But we can assume that they are otherwise intended to be one-to-one. Now, all of the characters in A Realm Reborn's initial trailer were present in the trailer for 1.0. And in addition to this, 3 of those characters the Hyur, the Elizin, and the Mikote all had voice lines. So, kind of in a sense, that means that the Mikote Archer from Realm Reborn had a canon voice as far back as 1.0, which means that good chance Renda Ray probably would have sounded the same had this plot line been present there. It's kind of interesting. That Mikote in the 1.0 trailer is so cunty. I love it. And the Elizin matches her beat for beat. And, like, good for him, honestly. She's a most elusive eater who has been sighted in... Oh, did I already read this? I'll read it again. In every corner of the realm. Though her movements are unpredictable, she has often been witnessed pursuing and slaying extraordinarily dangerous beasts. I can well imagine the question forming in your head. Why not leave her be? If anything, is she not aiding local communities after a fashion? Alas, no. For the beasts she slays rise anew as eaters, which pose even greater threats to the small folk. So you see, this one wretched Sin Eater is in truth sowing untold chaos by carrying on as she does, unleashing more of her kind on unsuspecting towns and villages all across Northrend. Only you and I can stop her. Yeah, alright. Didn't the Warriors of Light save the world? Huh, what an odd thing to ask. But never mind all that. Whether or not they were heroes or villains or whatever 100 years ago doesn't matter to me. The simple truth is, Renda Ray was the greatest hunter who ever lived, and beating her at her own game would be an amazing feat, don't you think? And regardless of what the Warriors of Light were before they became Sin Eaters, that's what they are now. So we'd be doing folks a favor by killing one. I wonder if that line's different because of story progression. So I'm going to try and work around, like, certain aspects of... Okay. How to say this. Certain parts of Final Fantasy XIV will update depending on how far along you are in the story, or what side quests you've done, etc., etc. Like, just as an example, there's a side quest you can do after the first Titan boss fight, in Bronze Lake, where you actually meet Godbert Manderville, ahead of meeting him in the Hildebrand questline. And if you do the particular set of side quests, then when you meet up with him in the Hildebrand questline, he comments that he recognizes you. Similarly, when we went through Heaven's Word, and I think there's probably more like this later on, but there were several moments where Estinian referenced having met us before, or referenced there being 2 Azure Dragoons, and that's entirely based on the fact that I have done the initial Realm Reborn Dragoon questline, where you become the Azure Dragoon, and it's weird, but don't worry about it. I still don't know how that resolves, because, like, okay, the Dragoon questline concludes with, I believe, Estinian being consumed by the Eye of Nidhogg, and then he just shows up in, like, the Heavensward prologue patches as, like, yeah, I got better. He just fucked off and got better later. Yeah, basically. Well, what say you, friend? Will you hunt Andrea with me? With pleasure. So begins our formal partnership. Ah, I can see it now. You and me in the heat of battle, fighting side by side. The picture of courage and camaraderie. It's going to be grand. Naturally, it will take us time to study and understand our prey. Eaters can behave in strange and inexplicable ways, particularly powerful ones like Andrea. I've been doing my best to get inside her head, or to think like a hunter, but it is easier said than done. Anyway, as soon as I have determined where we ought to begin our search, I will inform you at once. Yeah, alright. I like to headcanon Lue-Reeq as a trans man, personally. Oh, is the reward lacking? My apologies. Next time I will see that you receive rather more substantial compensation. Wait, didn't you fuck up horribly? No I didn't. Lue-Reeq seems rather surprised to see you standing before him. Now, important note to make on that last little bit of dialogue that we had with Lue-Reeq. He mentions trying to get inside Andrea's head to think like a hunter. Keep that in mind, because that is going to be important. Huh? Wait, it's you. It's really you. You actually came... Huh? I mean, never mind. I fucking love this loser. Ahem, you're here to hunt Andrea with me, yes? Of course you are. Why else would you be here? And wouldn't you know it, one of my hirelings should be returning with new information any moment now. Hey girl, hey, how you doing? Greetings, my lord. I am pleased to report that Andrea was recently sighted in Amarang, in the vicinity of Samuel's backbone, it would seem. Apparently, there was a right vicious spider what was giving folks trouble, and now that it's been turned, it's about a dozen times worse. They'd be grateful for any assistance. I see, I see. Well done, my friend. Your payment is promised. He's thinking like a hunter, you guys. Why bother going out and about pestering the small folk for news when you can employ others to do it for you? The better to devote our precious time to rather more important matters, I'd say. Thinking like a hunter. And owing to my winning strategy, we may now depart for Amarang and the delightfully named Samuel's backbone. For in pursuing the spider, we may yet find its maker. Okay. He's thinking like a hunter. By paying people to do the hunting for him? He's so stupid. He's so dumb. I love him so much. I need this man carnally. Oh, don't look at them. Don't pay attention to the fact that it's night here, by the way. It's not night here. The flood of light is still affecting this area. You just, it's having an off day. It's very, very cloudy. It's overcast. Sup, babe? How you doing? This is certainly the place. I gather those bones once belonged to dear Samuel. But I see no troublesome arachnid. It being a rather large desert, I had considered hiring a few trackers to hasten our search, but I have yet to spy a place where such individuals might congregate. Pity. Thinking like a hunter. Bah, nothing for it but to roll up our proverbial sleeves and do the dirty work ourselves. We shall split up and search the sands for this sin-eater spider. Whoever finds it first may have the honor of slaying it themselves. And should we not find it, well, after we both have searched for a suitable length of time, I say we meet back here. Let the hunt begin. He's so dumb. I love him so much. Like, that's gonna be a lot of this quest line, is me just commenting how much of a fucking idiot Lue-Reeq is, and just being like, God, I need him. What the fuck? This is literally the only variant of this enemy in the immediate area that I can see that has a short tail. What the fuck? I don't know if I've ever seen this before. Or if I have, I just haven't been fucking paying attention. Oh no, there's a bunch more over here. Well, there's at least one other one. Okay, there's two. That's weird, though. I've never noticed that. Okay, there's a third one. I've never noticed that that particular enemy has, like, a second variant in the same area. A second variant in the same area. A second areola. Alright. You survey the surrounding sands, but find no trace of the spider you seek. Tail is clipping into the ground. Okay. Let's go, Hazel. I have messages on Discord. I have to pay attention to that because I'm waiting on some stuff. Comment on a food TikTok. Why is Texas so far away from Texas? God. Ain't that the fucking truth? Yeah, man, Houston, Texas and Austin, Texas are in the same state, but, like, going from one to the other is 100%, like, something you save for, like, a weekend trip. Oh, and it's in reference to a place that's actually close to us. And by close to us, I mean it's still a 50-minute car ride. Oh, hey, man. Explode. Consider explode. Imagine, if you will. Explode. I love Riddle of Fire on lower level enemies because it's just it's an instant win button up to a certain point. It's just like, I don't want to deal with the 1 to 3 enemies in front of me, so, explode. God, the fucking Yorha Apocalypse gear is so fucking good. Look how good Igeld looks in this fit. There's a reason that this was, like, my primary fit for her for a while. Oh, hey. Like, I have art of her in this fit. Hi, Andrea. Render Ray. Damn, goth look is good on you. Oh, I'm getting a echo. That cat got antlers. There she is. The Scourge of Northrend. The Devourer of Souls. Balaam Keats. What's it called? We bring this mark down. They'll be singing ballads about us till the end of time. Never mind the king's bounty. Hells, we could buy ourselves a couple of castles apiece. Flanking maneuver, as discussed. Wait for my signal, then we'll strike as one. Okay. Their goofy little archer run. She's on to us! Why did I give this guy this voice? Don't panic. We planned for this. We'll act as decoys while Render-Ray brings her down. Go, go! Wait, not yet. There's no need to rush this. Screaming all the while. Sod it. Always so headstrong. Bugger me. My head. I can't. Wait, no, don't keep running. Oh. Well. No! No! Come back here! Finish it, you bloody bastard! Finish me! You see, Render-Ray fell for the classic Green Arrow weakness, which is you fought a dude, what gives you vertigo? Sorry. Clonk. Me outside Tailfeather dying to the fate. I wrote a fucking fanfic about that, actually. So sorry. It's all my fault. I'll not let it end like this. I promise. I'll kill that goddamned beast if it's the last thing I do. And then I'll get the leopard print underpants. That's what you get from that fate, right? Hey, hey! What was that just now? I've had headaches before, but the way you were thrashing about wasn't like anything I've ever felt. Bunny, bunny, banani, banani, banoy, bunny, 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 bun, bunny, banani, bunny, bun, bun, bununi, banani, bunny, bun, bunny, 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 bunny. By the gods! And I thought we were lucky just to catch a glimpse of Andrea. But you're also telling me you were granted a vision of her past with this power of yours. Although, 2 warriors killed while hunting a great horned beast. A beast their surviving companion vows to slay in revenge. I have heard this tale before, I know it. It is a common enough sort of tale, I suppose. And regardless, she is gone. Come, let us return to the Crystarium and celebrate your accomplishment. Oh, alright. Yes, I knew it. Well, that's not my problem. God, I gotta run so far. Don't look at that. Don't look at them. Eyes on the prize. The exact same spread we had the other day. The table is set, and so I bid you raise a glass with me, that together we might toast your spectacular accomplishment. Grunt, crunch, crunch, snort, slurp, grunt. There's really nothing quite like a hearty meal after a job well done. Drink up, my friend. Drink up, Belch. He's just like me, for real, for real. It occurs to me, my good woman, that I have yet to ask your name. This motherfucker ain't asked my name yet. So quickly did we forge our friendship that I hardly noticed until now. Oh, bunny, bunny, banani, banani, I Geld York. I Geld York. Reek and Igeld. Yes, I rather like the sound of that. Reek and Igeld, the daring duo, the brave bounty hunters, the scourge of sin eaters. I love this man. He's so dumb. Once we have slain Andrea, not a soul in Northrend will not know our names. They shall ring out all across the realm. But I should dwell over much on the victory before the struggle. A wise hunter is prepared and patient, thinking like a hunter. Thinking like a hunter. 'Twould be prudent to send double, nay triple the agents afield to seek out promising new leads. Thinking like a hunter. Definitely thinking like a hunter, and not a rich boy paying other people to do the hard work for him. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're a gillionaire. Worried about the budget for our brave endeavor? Well, don't be. I'm prepared to fund our activities as needed. No expense shall be spared. None whatsoever. Okay. Dog, as long as you keep paying me, I'm good to go. Igeld's never been in it for the money. Igeld's in it for the love of the game. Freedom from privilege. Lue-Reeq is, as usual, quite pleased to see you again. That she is! Igeld, come to rejoin her bosom companion in the great hunt. Wait, hold on. We've only completed 2 quests. We're not bosom companions just yet. Maybe after this one. It is well that you have, for I have obtained new information concerning a sighting of Andrea on Kaluja. The fiend has transformed yet another deadly mark, a great bear in this instance, into an even deadlier eater. And so it falls to Reek and Igeld to slay the newborn eater and continue their pursuit of Northrand's most notorious virtue, to Kaluja and to glory. And there he goes. So last time that we did a role quest, I believe it took us about 2.5 hours to complete. So that might give us like a pretty good idea of exactly what to expect with these. So it might just end up being that just kind of going forward, we only do like 1 role quest per stream until we're done with all of them. Which means that after this stream, we'll be halfway done. I do like the Vibe series from Celsius, but I do wish that they made them in the bigger cans. What are you gonna do? Hey, hot stuff, how you doing? Let us brook no further delay and what did you call me? And commence our search, separately as before in our meringue. If you catch the eater first, I grant you leave to kill it without me. I trust you will not be disappointed if the reverse were to occur? Surely not, surely not. I myself will be most put out if I happen to lose to you a second time, and so on that note, may the best hunter win. I can't not fuck him. I can't. Pretty much, I want to say, I've written, okay. I have written a couple fanfics where Lue-Reeq features, though I don't necessarily push the sort of like romantic shipping angle. I do. Okay, so there is one where I think it's honestly, I think one of my favorite fics that I've written. Like one of my favorite of the shorter ones. A lot of my longer ones tend to be like my favorites for Igeld, but one of my favorite of the shorter ones I've written is one where Igeld is just kind of kicking back in the Crystarium, taking notes for like more titles to introduce herself with because she loves that shit. Igeld loves an introduction. Call him hot stuff and you get to witness a catboy flatline. You don't have to romantically ship him to crush his pelvis. Oh, that's... So if you want that, you need to read Natalie's fanfictions. But what was I saying? So, I do ship Lue-Reeq and Igeld, though. 100%. He's definitely one of her several types. What was I saying? So the concept of the fic is that Igeld is taking down notes for more titles to call herself when she does a dramatic introduction. Ugh, excuse me. And that one was funny. Short, blue, room temperature, IQ. That one was really funny to, like, it was a lot of setup for what I felt was, like, a really good punchline, where, in one of the side quest chains in Stormblood, the one that actually goes into a bit more detail about, Black Rose, I think is what it's called, right? The fucking stasis gas or whatever. The NPC that you meet in that, because this is also a side quest chain you have to do as setup, I believe, for the Ananta tribe, or excuse me, the Ananta Allied Society quests. The NPC for that quest, who is a great NPC and I love her a lot, really, really tries super hard to push the Griffin's Bane as a title for the Warrior of Light. And it's a cool-ass title. And in this fic, I pushed the idea that that one actually ended up sticking. And in, like, the history books covering, like, the 8th Umbral Calamity, Igeld is, in fact, referred to as the Griffin's Bane. And this led into a really fun punchline for that fic, where Lue-Reeq is just like, I'm sorry, what's a griffin? Because I looked it up. There are no enemies called griffins on the first. The first does not have griffins. So I thought it was so fucking funny to end that fic with Lue-Reeq being just like, I don't know what this thing you're talking about is. And Igeld having the realization of just like, wait a minute, have I not seen a single fucking griffin since I came to the first? Or it's because I baned them all. This does happen post Shadowbringer, so it is likely that certain details are made aware to Lue-Reeq. There are more flying fucking lions than griffins. Gryphons? Those. Griffin. That's right. Peter Griffin. Ah, crap. Alright, anyway. There he goes. Off to... I don't know. Not actually hunt any... He's going off to pay somebody to hunt for him. I wonder if you can find him in the overworld during this quest. That's a good question. There's Lue-Reeq. I wonder if Reek is like a common name. It seems like it is. I'm pretty sure he's like one of 3 Reeks that I've seen in this game so far. Granson? Well, sinner, I hear you've brought to account the wretch who tainted Ardbert's leg. Oh. Ignore that. That hasn't happened yet. Whoops. I'm not seeing him around here. Yeah, I don't think he exists until you've progressed the quest a little bit. But that is a very good question. Because I do like to do that in quests where it's just like you and the NPCs split up to go take care of things. Because I remember like being able to like find Granson in like the village of the Upi Phase. The Upi Phase clan. What am I talking about? We're gonna put a pin on that for later. Lue-Reeq somehow ends up in fucking Tomra. You survey your surroundings, but find no trace of the bear you seek. Got me fucked up. I'm off to bed. Night. Good night, Lila. Despite looking far and wide, you fail to find any trace of the bear you seek. Perhaps Lue-Reeq was indeed the better hunter this day. Oh, let's go see how he's doing. That bear better not have eaten him before I got a chance to. I mean, what? Who said that? Cocky sellsword, a wry hunter, and a well-traveled mage walk into a bar. Sup, fuckers? Wicked White, don't tell me you're the little lordling's newest bosom companion. To the victor go the spoils, and to the loser, bugger all. After the bear, were you? Sorry, sinner, but you've come too late. We claimed the bounty not but a few bells ago. A few balls ago? No, bells. God damn it. Hate to say it, Igeld, but it seems we're late to the party. Landbird and his mates slew the bear before we could. So it's true, then. You've cast your lot in with the boy, you poor daft sod. But I don't understand. The Eater was a newborn. How could you possibly have learned of it and gotten here before we did? Well, see, that's the problem with relying on hired help. They're loyal to your coin, not you, and you're not the only one willing to open his purse. But more importantly, Reek, what's this I hear about you hunting Andrea? With help, I mean, rather than all by your lonesome. I have a distinct memory of you storming off in a huff, saying you didn't need me or anyone else to finish the job. Tell me I'm wrong. Do as you like. Help or no, you've no chance of beating me to the prize, because unlike you, I'm not all talk, and neither are me mates. Speaking of mates, how much did it cost you to buy her friendship? Do tell. He's fed me like 2 turkeys. Piss off, Landbird. Why are you still here? You got your mark, didn't you? You should choose your friends more carefully, sinner. When it all goes wrong, don't say I didn't warn you. Reek, I just noticed your shoes are very pointy. Wait, what was that guy saying? I wasn't paying attention. You have questions, I am sure. As you may have surmised, Landbird was once a comrade of mine. I took him into my service that we might hone our skills battling Sin Eaters in preparation for facing Andrea. However, I soon came to see that he was not all that capable of a hunter, and so I dissolved our working relationship. Unfortunately, he did not take it in stride, and instead resolved to recruit new companions that he might beat me at my own game. It would seem that his fortunes have improved greatly of late, so much so that I fear we can no longer afford to dedicate time to tracking lesser eaters and must devote our undivided attention to the pursuit of Andrea. Lue-Reeq looks up from under Igel's tits. What was that? God. As such, we should be getting back to the Crystarium. But before we depart, I have one other matter to attend to in Yulmore. If I might trouble you to accompany me. Ah, but of course you will. Let us be off. Okay. There he goes. Listen, he's shorter than her bust line. Yeah, I think Lila mentioned that earlier as well. Where the fuck? Oh. Do-do-do. Whoop. Yeah, just like, believe me, I am aware of the height difference, and I do love it. Hi, Kaishir. How's that uniform treating you? He's having a good one. You know, Reek, if you wanted to see half-naked dancing women, you could have just asked me. Dispassionate oligarch. Speak to my manservant and leave me to my entertainment. Diligent manservant. Oh, is that Master Reek? Then you are his, dare I say, friend? Hey, wow, did you just teleport all the way up to the Yulmore Crystal? Weird, I thought it's closed. No, I didn't, I walked. Well, no, I used the... No, you got a point. I did use the Ethernet. Dude brought his wife to the strip club. He did, in fact, bring his wife to the strip club, but here's the twist. He doesn't want to be here. She is paying rapt attention. She's not even interactable. Hi, Gerd. Allow me to introduce you to my father and mother. Boy, howdy, there they are. Father, this is my traveling companion and dear friend, Igeld. She and I have resolved to hunt a particularly deadly sin eater. Indeed, I cannot overstate how terribly dangerous this eater is. That to pursue it is to court death itself. However, when we at last triumph over the fiend, all of Northrant shall sing our praises. Won't that be wonderful, Father? So long as you do not sully our good name, you are free to hunt whatever quarry you desire. I can do without all the petty details. Bro doesn't even give a shit that his son might die. Now then, how much do you require this time? Out with it. Oh, never mind. Just give the boy my coin purse, would you? I'm sure it will suffice for his trivial pursuits. That is why you are here, is it not? Another handout? Don't play coy. You've never been any good at it. Wow, what a dick. You know, I honestly don't know why I came here. Keep your coin, Father. We're leaving, Igeld, right now. And this is where you start feeling kind of bad for Lue-Reeq. Bro, your mom is locked the fuck in. Which one? Who is she looking at specifically, actually? The flower pot. She's loving that flower pot. Does she have a pulse? A good question, to be sure. Man, poor Lue-Reeq. She's looking at the cat girl on the other side of the flower pot. Some very impressive eyesight she has. Oh, don't look at her. Imagine taking your wife to the strip club and ending up in the cuck chair. The straights are not okay. I mean... Lue-Reeq's father doesn't strike me as the kind of man that can please his wife in bed anymore. But also... he strikes me as the kind of man who isn't even aware that he's in the cuck chair. Like, I imagine, I imagine his wife being like, "Dear, can we go to the beehive today?" And he's just like, oh yes, love. I know you enjoy your silly dances." And she's just like, hee hee hee. Meanwhile, she is like being like, "Dear, I'm going to nip to the powder room real quick, just very quickly. Do keep my drink filled for me." And he's just like, "Yes, dear, as you wish." And then she's off in like the dressing room, getting like quadruple teamed by the beehive employees, and he's none the wiser. You think he pays for a stripper to fuck his wife for him? I think his wife asks for money. Like, what I'm saying here is essentially that his wife is cheating on him. But she's doing it very obviously, and he's not picking it up. So, on some level, it's kind of on him. Like, I can't even, like, it's one of those things where it's just like, he's so fucking oblivious to what's happening that, like, you can't even really be mad at his wife for cheating on him, because, I mean, like, look what she has to fucking deal with. Male or female, it matters not. Absolutely. Forgive me, Eigeld, but I would forgo the wine on this occasion. Father's lackluster reception has put me in rather dour spirits. As you may have gathered from our exchange, I'm a free citizen of Yulmore. Owing to my parents' considerable wealth, I have enjoyed a relatively privileged upbringing. Privileged and unbearably boring, which is why I quit the city and resolved to become a bounty hunter. I am no fool, though. I am well aware of my fortunate circumstances, which is why I elected to conceal them from the people of the Crystarium. Dude, you do an awful job of that. You're throwing money around at dudes left and right to do work for you, and you're buying lavish dinners as a reward for them. You are not good at concealing your wealth. Like, don't get me wrong, I love eating 2 turkeys in as many days, but also, like, you're bad at this. People are wont to jump to uncharitable conclusions. I feel as though you and I have established a rapport, though, and so I thought it best to bring you into my confidence. I pray you refrain from telling others. Now then, since Landbird has decided to turn this into a race, we have no choice but to oblige him and slay Andrea before he does. This calls for a veritable army of hired hands. Alas, in a fit of frustration, I refused Father's coin. Without additional resources, we have no choice but to conduct the search by ourselves. Sounds like it's time to think like a hunter. Moreover, I am rather embarrassed to admit that I can pay you only a token sum at this time. But I trust that it will not deter you from joining me anon? Bro, I was never in this for the gill. I'm in this because I want to fuck you. No, love of the game, love of the game. Really? I mean, of course you weren't. Perish the thought. Ha, 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 ha. The Hunter's Legacy. Is that the Hunter's leg I see? The Hunter's Leg. You see? Gotta zoom all this out again. Hold on. It only lets me put like so much on screen. Give me a second. Nope. Hold on. Here we go. Igels, my friend! Thank the gods you're here. Ever since we parted ways, I've been exhausting myself running all over the Crystarium, questioning anyone and everyone, hoping someone might have seen Andrea, but alas. Only the Crystarium? So you haven't gone outside, even for a bit? Well, of course. Surely this is the limit of what a man with meager financial resources can accomplish. But never mind all that. For it but recently dawned on me that the vision you beheld of Render Ray's past could hold the clues for which we have been desperately searching. When you first described it to me, I felt as though I had heard it before. And I had! My wet nurse had told me the exact same story when I was still a boy. I don't necessarily know if I needed that particular piece of information. The woman from whose teats I was fed told me the story as a child. That's what a wet nurse is, right? My primary reference for the term is the movie Shoot 'Em Up, starring... Fuck, who is it in Shoot 'Em Up? Clive Owen? I know Monica Bellucci's in it. And Paul Giamatti. Is the main guy Clive Owen? That movie's pretty good. If you haven't seen Shoot 'Em Up, I highly recommend Shoot 'Em Up. It's pretty good movie. It's fun. It's a funny movie. 'Twas a tale of a courageous hunter, who together with her comrades embarked on a quest to slay a notorious mark, a great horned beast. Well, if you believe Bloodborne, a wet nurse is someone who, you died. They came upon their quarry in a desert, and there attempted to lay it low. Alas, the beast had a singular strength, and the hunter a fatal weakness, and so in the ensuing struggle her comrades were killed, leaving her, the sole survivor, to swear vengeance. Would you not agree that your vision is a perfect match for this tale? Uh-huh. Then there can be no doubt Ray is the celebrated hunter, the hero I so admired in my childhood. After that tragic day, the hunter resolved not only to rely upon others and instead slew the beast by herself. She somehow found a way to compensate for her weakness. Anyway, my recollection of the tale is likely riddled with errors. We should ask Miss Olvara to recount it in full. She was a bounty hunter herself before she entered into our service, you know. Going from a bounty hunter to a wet nurse is a hell of a career change. Also, in light of all this, I should share with you an interesting theory concerning all the virtues I heard from a fellow hunter. Apparently, each appears to be driven by particular memories, moments that forever changed each of these fallen heroes. Makes sense, doesn't it? Ray being a hunter of notorious marks in life and in death. I don't know why it never occurred to me before. But if that is indeed the reason for why she behaves as she does, then the more we learn about Ray's adventures, the better our chances of predicting where she'll turn up. All the more reason to go and see my former wet nurse. Miss Olvara lives in Gate Town on Clusia. Let us be off then. Okay. Do 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 do. Bom 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 bom. That's not the Shadowbringers Quest Get theme. That is the Homestar Runner song that plays when they're looking at action figures. Alright. Excuse me. Hi, Miss Olvara. I got a question. So as a nurse, were you, like, consistently wet, or was it just an occasional thing? Oh, hello there. Are you a friend of Reeq's? Yeah, you could say that. Hi, Gert. This is Miss Olvara, the wet nurse who raised me for practically the entirety of my childhood. She was bonded to my family and lived with us in the city at the time, but when I came of age, she was forced to leave. My, you've grown into such a strapping young man. But I can't imagine you came to Gate Town just to pay me a visit, my little Reeq. Ma'am, did your milk taste good or no? Oh boy. I have a message on Discord. Hold on, give me a second. Like I said, I'm awaiting something, so I just wanna. Oh. Fuck you, I'm not leaving this one in the chat scroll. Love of the game, bro. I would hunt Lue-Reeq for sport. Ah. I could take Lue-Reeq. Anyway. Not in front of her, if you please. But to answer your question, we did in fact come to see you. There were stories you told me as a child of a courageous hunter. Was that hunter perchance the warrior of light, Ray? A stiff breeze could take Lue-Reeq. Of all the reasons you could have had. Aye, those stories were of Ray, the greatest bounty hunter of her day and the legend so many aspired to become. Less so after the flood. It was still fresh in everyone's minds when I was younger, and for all the good they had done in life, none could deny the chaos they sowed in death, as sin eaters. But despite all of that, me and my mates still looked up to her. We knew all her feats and swore to preserve them, in secret if need be, that she might inspire future generations as she had ours. So years and years later, when you wanted to hear tales of adventure and heroism, I couldn't help but share with you the ones nearest and dearest to my heart. I only wish I hadn't had to change all the names. Then it's true. The hero who I looked up to as a child, whose tales of daring do drove me to take up the bow as you had, to pester you for training that I might become a bounty hunter. It was her. Miss Olvara, Igeld and I are hunting Andrea, and we believe that one of the stories you shared with me may help guide our search. Namely, the one about the great horned beast that killed her friends. Will you tell it to me again? Wicked white, is that? Oh, my little Reek. Very well. Even as a young hunter, Renda Ray's incredible hearing was unparalleled. She could track her quarry through a forest by the most minute sounds of their passing, from miles away even by some accounts. Oh, she got that daredevil weakness. Okay. I'm itchy. 1 second. Even the most subtle and stealthy beasts never eluded her for long. A misplaced foot, a snapped branch. Eventually, Renda Ray would know, and her aim was always good and true. As she grew older and honed her skills further, she set her eyes on bigger prizes. She became a hunter of notorious marks, and together with her comrades, earned fame and fortune. Alright, I gotta be right back. We will continue in a moment. I forgot that I actually need to turn the music off before switching back to the game so that I can easily cut it out for the VOD. Cutting back to me and doing a little dance does not make editing down the VOD for posting to YouTube any easier. Dance was cute. Thank you. Here, now that I've actually done the proper transition back.
Never be charity. The enemy, your buddy, covers all society. Damn right, bums not here, gonna fight all night. Right here, shadow 10 o'clock direction. Seize the moment, destroy the nation. You rhyme slow motion, give me motivation. Breathe out now, and then I'm a rival. Round up around, spit out all over. Rhyme like a...
Okay. We have a video game to play. Oh, wow, wow. Alright. As their reputations swelled, so too did their egos. Only the most dangerous game would suffice, and so they resolved to hunt the Scourge of Northrend, the Devourer of Souls, Balam Keats. But what Renda Ray did not realize was that her greatest strength would prove her undoing, for when she faced Balam Keats, the beast roared with such force that it brought her to her knees. Helpless, she could only watch as it claimed the lives of her beloved comrades and fled. Fucked up. After burying the hunters and vowing that she would one day avenge them, she took to the road once more. She met Ardbert and his fellow warriors of light, and for a time she accompanied the fledgling heroes on their adventures. Ardbert has like the dumbest look on his face. Hey, who's that on the right? To them, she was a breath of fresh air, a vibrant young woman who savored every moment and found joy in the simple pleasures. They knew naught of her fallen friends, or how their deaths weighed heavy upon her still. The party wandered the realm, performing many great deeds and growing ever stronger, as did Renda Ray. While in Kalusia, she even devised a means to defend against the powerful roar that had been her downfall that fateful day. Who knew that she could just wear earmuffs? And then, while engaged in an adventure in Raktika, a rumor reached Renda Ray's ears. Balam Keats, Scourge of Northrend, Devourer of Souls, had been spotted wandering the Sitia swamps. Wait, no, better joke. She devised a method by which to counter Balam Keats' deafening roar. She paid for the Magitech engineer equipment on the online store. Currently, hold on, I This would be funnier if I knew the price of that offhand. FF14 online store. It's not how you spell online. Shit, that's not it. Here we go. Oh, did they update this? Hold on, let me check this real quick. Oh yeah, they did. Sick. Sorry. Hold on. Is it costume set? Magitech attire. Here we go. She paid 18 of God's own American US dollars for the Magitech attire, and then just wore the headpiece. What's America? A wretched hive of scum and villainy. Anyway, 'twas a golden opportunity, but to seize it would be to face the beast alone. She could not wait for Ardbert and the others, nor could she ask that they forsake their sworn duty. But perhaps it was just as well, for the memory of her defeat still haunted her. The courageous hunter had allowed a single fear to take root in her heart, the fear of losing her new companions as she had her old. Fucked up. Grrr. So it was that Renderay ventured forth in secret, resolved to slay her hated foe Balam Keats alone. And with all her strength and guile, the legendary hunter did just that. Or did she? Vengeance claimed she rejoined Ardbert and the others, and never spoke of the terrible battle twixt her and the dread beast. From that day forward she was Renderay, the warrior of light, and the deeds of her and her comrades would be celebrated forevermore. It's strange to think that the woman I admired when I was young would become the sin-eater I swore to slay. What she became doesn't change who she was. Excuse me. Even if the tales were a little embellished over the years, they were rooted in truth. She was and will always be a hero to me, and to you, I hope. I bought tea at PAX. I bought it from a place called D&T on the show floor. I got a fun little tumbler, and I ended up with 2 bags of tea because I won a free bag by rolling a d20. And I am hoping to have some tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Miss Olvara, for everything. I promise I will visit you again soon. So, Eigelt, remember that theory I told you before about the virtues being driven by powerful memories? If Andrea is reenacting the journey leading up to a confrontation with Balam Keats, the one that took her from Amarang to Kaluja, then her next destination must be the Kingdom of Rainbows, Ilmeg. No, it's the Raktika Greatwood, wasn't it? Right. That was where she laid low the beast at last, in the City of Swamps, to be precise. And so that is where we shall go. Let us away. Alright. Now listen, Reek. There's an awful lot of people don't know about Renderay, or the world for that matter. So wherever you go and whatever you see, remember not to take it at face value. Don't just accept what others tell you as good and true. Listen to your heart and decide for yourself. And be safe. Okay. I think that was exactly what he needed to hear. Thank you, Miss Olvara. Eigelt, was it? It is such a pleasure to meet a friend of Reek's. His parents never hesitated to provide him with all the wealth and opportunities they could, but when it came to love and support, well, all I can say is that it is a miracle that boy turned out as well as he did. One can never have too many friends or too much support. That goes for you as well, I should think. Thanks, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. When I am done with Reek, well, let's just say horses won't be called horses anymore. Alright, where is he? I don't think they have horses on the first. Ah! I see. Is that how it is? When I was little, Miss Elvira seemed so much bigger and stronger than me. Though, to be perfectly honest, the way she carries herself even now bespeaks a confidence I cannot help but envy. But never mind that. We have a virtue to hunt. Let us commence our search at once, and keep your weapons at the ready, my friend. Sure, man. Oh, shit. About time our luck took a turn for the better. There she is. You know, even as a Sin Eater, she could still get it. Oof, ouch, Mayeko. What? Now? Oh, you've got to be kidding me!
Start listening. Calm down.
I can't really blame Lue-Reeq for
Listening.
being upset about this, because, like, God, that is super inconvenient. I wish you were all here with me, but I know it's better that you're not. We have a score to settle, you bloody bastard, and this time I'm ready for your tricks. I am very large. I am so big. The upcoming battle you will fight is Ronda-Ray. Ronda-Ray? Renda-Ray. Woo! Let's go! Woo! Woo! That's a DOT. Oop. Oh, wait, shit. Hata! Gotcha, idiot. I need to BRB. Alright. I don't want to stand in front of you. It didn't even matter in the end. Oh, shit. Pew! Pew pew! It's not the sound arrows make. What does the sound does an arrow make? Thwip? I guess? Like a Spider's Man web shot? Like a thwip? Like a thwip? Like a thwip? Am I okay? Oh, beans. Hold on. Ka-chunk. Ooh, we running. You're just like, wee hee 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 hee. Yeah, excuse me. Ouch. Fuck. Without your roar, you're nothing. Bitch. Let me heal. Oh, fuck me. I'm alright. It's fine. It's actually fine. Man, he's got a lot of health. She's got a lot of health? She. My fault. My failure. That's why I have to do it alone. Listen, I've seen this exact kind of plotline play out, like, God knows how many times. And the fact of the matter is, you never need to do it alone. You can always count on your friends. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I definitely think sticking with just one role quest line is probably going to be for the best, because oh boy, I am already feeling pretty tired. Oh, I don't have anyone to out. Yeah! Yeah! Everyone is here! Who the fuck is Silva? Power of friendship, bitch. Oh, it's blue now. Oh. It's the boys! Oh shit. Nielbert. I'm pretty sure that's 2 syllables, actually. I'm pretty sure it's Nielbert. But also, Nielbert. We fight as one! Why do we have 3 tanks? We have 3 tanks, 2 DPS, and a healer. What the fuck? Anyways, Bazinga. Fuck you. This is the weirdest party comp ever. Now bear my mortal blast. Get her ass. Get her ass. Why does a cat even need antlers? This is bullshit. Thank you, Lamet. Appreciate you. Can't wait to experience your story in like 2 weeks, I guess. Die, maybe. Thank you. Thank you for dying. da, 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 da. Arg. Heh, tough old bugger. Everyone all right?
Ardbert, I don't know what to say. Thank you, everyone, and I'm sorry for trying to go it alone. And why, pray tell, did you even try to do something so foolish? If we'd been here from the first, it wouldn't have been anything even approaching a challenge. Back in the day, I was a bounty hunter. I've told you that much, but I haven't told you about my old partners. Together, we tracked and claimed countless notorious marks throughout Northrend. We were the best in the business. Everyone knew our names and our reputation. They called us legends. And somewhere along the line, we started to believe it too. And then we set our sights on Balam Keats. I survived. They didn't. I swore vengeance, but had no idea how to go about pursuing it. Then I met you lot and thought that maybe with your help I might just have a fighting chance. So you see, I never intended to keep it all a secret. It's just, you never asked, and since I'd rather not talk about it. Easier to live in the moment, you know? Next town, next job. The weeks flew by, and after a time I started having second thoughts. I lost those closest to me before. I didn't want to live through that again.
Are we or are we not comrades? Through thick and thin? Ardbert looks like such a fucking dork in this outfit. I'm sorry. These bonds of fellowship between us must come before all else. Otherwise, they may as well not exist. You say the thought of losing us pained you? What of our feelings? What of our loss? What if we had not arrived when we did? You've saved our lives more times than I can count. How dare you refuse to let us do the same? And without those keen ears of yours, I'll never know what bollocks Brandon and Nilebert are whispering about me behind my back. And ignorance is not bliss, let me tell you. I love these fucking nerds. This one's worth a fortune, eh? And fame besides. I'll wager we won't have to pay for our drinks when we get back into town. Oh gods, not another night to remember. Don't you worry your pretty head over our fearless leader's questionable constitution. Take pride in the victory, for the small folk will sleep easy once they hear of Balam Keats' demise, until Ardbert's drunken snoring wakes them from their slumber. And on that note, I think fucking shit goddamn. I think it's time we quit this place. And Renda Ray, I trust that the next time you decide to hunt deadly game, you'll do us the courtesy of extending us an invitation? And there I thought I was doing you a favor by keeping you out of my personal affairs. Selfish as it was. Oh, fine. If you go and die on me, I'll pay a necromancer to raise you from the dead so I can kill you out of spite. Sprite? Don't mind if I do. Agreed. Now then, mind cutting off whatever it is you need to take back as the proof of the kill? I don't want to lose our reward on a technicality. Mm-hmm. Oh. Funny candy. Such a fine crystal. Why not hold on to it as a memento of this occasion? Very odd thing to say to someone. Wake up, damn you! Hello? Oh, hey man. What's wrong with you, huh?
That's the second time your so-called gift has cost us a chance at slaying Andrea. You know what? I've had enough. Huh? Enough, I say. Yes, I don't need your help. I am perfectly capable of hunting the Sin Eater on my own.
Good luck with that.
Upon our return to Gate Town, you will be given your final payment. We will be free to go our separate ways.
That was an odd turn for him to take. I thought we were bosom companions. What the fuck is this?
Lue-Reeq, are you being a dramatic bitch? It may surprise you to know, but Lue-Reeq is being a dramatic bitch.
It may shock you to find out. But Lue-Reeq is being a dramatic bitch.
Alright,
well, let's not keep our drama queen waiting.
oh, you me? What is it? Did something happen between you two?
There's this thing that Final Fantasy XIV does sometimes where it will give you dialogue options, but the dialogue options kind of assume that you have a particular attitude towards a certain character, which isn't always the case. Like, it's just like, good luck with that, or it's past time, I told you to piss off. And it's just like, no, I've genuinely come to like Lue-Reeq, even at that point in the story. Like, it's this kind of odd thing where it's just like, it is a role-playing game. You do inhabit the role of your Warrior of Light. But also, occasionally, it attempts to kind of, like, push that the Warrior of Light kind of has their own personality a little bit as well. There's another really good incident of that, where it's just like, I remember kind of like sympathizing with the character in question, and then the game doesn't really give me any satisfying responses to what they're saying.
Honestly, I don't know why I ever placed my faith in you. You are such a disappointment. Humph. Consider this the formal dissolution of our partnership. Let none ever again speak the names Reeq and Eigeled in the same breath. Yes, never again. And with that, I bid you good day.
Wow, he is really playing that up.
When he was little, Reek's parents punished him for a time by withholding his allowance. Without money to lavish on his friends, he soon found that many were only drawn to him by his wealth. I dare say he feared you would abandon him as they did and decided to push you away first. I'm not trying to make excuses for what he said. I only hope you can find it in your heart to forgive him. Take some time to think it over, and then come and see me. Oh, and take this for your troubles.
Find it in my heart to forgive him? Lady, I'm gonna bed that catboy. Believe me, there's a lot I could forgive.
I am sure a talented woman like yourself is needed all over the realm, and so I thank you for sparing a moment to hear me out. Since you two parted ways, Reeq has come to visit me several times. Though he is blessedly in good health, I worry for his spirits. I think you may have been the only friend he has had for some time. I considered journeying to the Crystarium myself to look in on him, but I find travel rather difficult these days. If you would go in my stead, it would put my heart at ease.
Yeah, alright. Brum, 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 brum. So a new trailer for James Gunn's Superman movie came out. And everybody seems to pretty much all agree that it is one of the best looking Superman movies in some time. Which I'm glad for. I'm glad that James Gunn seems to be like one of the directors that consistently can make superheroes interesting. You know? Between Guardians of the Galaxy, The Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, Creature Commandos. Like, he's batting 1,000, realistically speaking. So I'm excited to see how this all goes, you know? I mean, and I'm excited to see what further projects he has planned for this new DC Cinematic Universe. And I'm excited to see him bring back fucking Blue Beetle! Sorry. I really like the Blue Beetle movie. If you haven't seen the Blue Beetle movie, I highly recommend the Blue Beetle movie. I recommend the Blue Beetle movie if you like tokusatsu, if you enjoy a Kamen Rider, or a Super Sentai, or Disco Tech Media. Hold on. God, I forgot they're fucking bringing back, they're fucking releasing Deers. Or if you like, Super Rescue Soul Brain. Yeah, alright. Big Bad Beetleborg. Knights of Tyrnano. I sometimes wonder if I'm the only one who remembers Knights of Tyrnano. Lue-Reeq's customary seat is empty, and there is nothing to suggest he has occupied it recently. Perhaps someone will have noted his passing. We got a couple people. Maytach! Looking for Master Reek, are we? Heh, I dare say you're the only one. Word is, Mummy and Daddy cut him off, so there's no point in pretending to like the little shite anymore. Last I saw him, he was moping about like someone who had shot his Amaro. I'm sure he'll turn up eventually. That's kind of mean. Everyone needs to stop being mean to my maybe boyfriend. Kaluja, right? You're... Kaluja, right? You're Lue-Reeq's partner. I was with Landbird, remember? Was, I ought to stress, because after we left you, we headed straight to Raktika. We'd heard a rumor Andrea was there, and Landbird wanted to strike while the iron was hot. By the time we realized we were overmatched, it was too late. I saw Landbird fall, and when the Eater set her sights on the others, I fled. Call me a coward if you like, but my cowardice saved my life. Wicked White, I still remember looking back as I ran and seeing Landbird rise to his feet. I told everyone what had happened, to warn them off the hunt. Some listened, but a few bloody fools took up their weapons and joined the hunt. Glory-hungry imbeciles. Glory-hungry? Glory-hungry imbeciles. Which one of them has returned. I didn't expect Lue-Reeq to be one of them either. Neither. I remember thinking it odd. Especially when I saw him leave for Raktika alone. You're meeting him there, I presume. Good luck, friend. But have no doubt that you're going to your doom. Wow, thank you for actually being pretty helpful in my in what I needed. Don't look at that. Darl Fort. Lue-Reeq? The Mistal Lordling? He ain't sat at his usual table, then I have no idea where else to look. Search for Lue-Reeq in Raktika. Maytach is on my shit list. Fuck that guy. Nobody shit talks Lue-Reeq except me. Fucking piece of shit. Alright, so before we go a Soichin for our boy here, I need to be right back. Did anyone else get really disillusioned when they found out that, like, the white mystery flavor for Airheads is really just, like, the candies that came out when they were, like, in the process of changing over from one color and flavor combination to another? Because that always bummed me out. Like, I always thought it's just like, oh, it's actually a mystery flavor. Oh, what flavor could it be? Let's try the mystery flavor and see if we can guess what it is. And then it's just like, no, it's not actually anything like that.
Had a contest to guess if you would.
Oh, they did, didn't they? That's wild.
I'm just gonna make sure it was pineapple.
Pineapple?
Mango.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I've already forgotten what the one that I just ate tasted like. So, I can't comment on that. I do think it's very funny that it's called White Mystery. Like, yeah, dude, same. Okay, I need to find my sopping wet paper bag of a cat boy. 1 second. Lahi! Can I get Lahi in chat? Lahi! Hey, buddy. How's it going, champ? Hold on. I gotta wait for her to do the pose. There we go. Ah, hold on. We gotta manual focus. Yeah, hold on. Let's just fuck with the depth of field a little bit. And screenshot. Okay. Are you sulking? Brooding? In despair? Hey, man. Hi, Galt. Why are you here? Don't tell me you came for me. It's terrible. It's horrible. Andrea, she's... Oog, ow, for my echo. Again. Oh. Lue-Reeq passed. Tits. Render Ray. If aught of you remains, then hearken to my words. Bro, this is a terrible idea. I don't know what you think you're doing, or what you thought you did. I have come to lay your soul to rest, alone as you yourself faced Balam Keats a century ago on this very ground, except that's not what happened. But he doesn't know that. Ah. Beans.
Landbird! Oh, gods, no.
Others. Wait a minute. She's remaking the Warriors of Light. I don't think I ever realized that. She remade her companions. Oh. Don't tell me. You beheld a vision of my past just now, didn't you? Bunny, bunny, banunny, banunny, banoy. Bunny, bunny. Bunny, bunny, banunny. I thought as much. Was it but a moment ago that I confronted them? Awfully useful, that trick of yours, though I can't understand why you kept using it every time we ran into Andrea. I can't control when it happens. Huh? So, it wasn't something you did deliberately? Good to know. Yeah, I bet you feel like a right cunt, don't you? Anyway, unintentional or not, at least I won't have to convince you of what I saw. She's turned Landbird and those other hunters into sin eaters like herself. A Hume axeman, a Galgant swordsman, a dwarven healer, an elven mage. Looked awfully familiar, didn't it? She's rebuilding her fellowship. She's remaking the Warriors of Light. Got me fucked up. But for the life of me, I can't understand why. I mean, I understand why she came here in the first place. She's reliving the hunt for Balam Keats. But Renda Ray slew the beast by herself. The stories were clear about that. Bunny, bunny, banunny, banunny, banoy, bunny, 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 the others were there. What? They were there too? The stories were wrong? Uh-huh. God strike me down. I've been such a fool. Why did I ever think I could do this alone? I hope you can find in your heart to forgive me for all the things I said, Igeld. Bro, you don't even gotta beg. You don't even gotta beg. I am magnanimous in my mercy. I will accept a kiss as an apology. I've regretted in my behavior ever since the day we parted ways. It was stupid and nonsensical and utterly pointless. I'm not sure I could even tell you why I did what I did. It's fine. Water under the bridge. Smile. God, he's so cute. I'm sorry. I fucking love Lue-Reeq so goddamn much. Thank you, my friend. I hope it is alright if I call you that. Yeah, dog. Or cat. Bro. Right then. Andrea should be around here somewhere. Still on the hunt for Balam Keats, I expect. Not that she'll ever find it. No doubt Landbird and the others are with her, too. He and I may have had our differences, but I'd not wish that fate on my worst enemy. I would. No, probably not. He deserves to be laid to rest. They all do. Renda Ray most of all. She is my hero, and if I have to kill her to save her soul, then so be it. But this is too much for even the best hunter to handle alone, and I am far from the best. The only way to see this through is together. You and me, my friend. What say you? Fuck yeah, bro. Let's do it. Let's kick some ass. Ask for a word and you give me a nod. Fair enough. Before we resume the hunt in earnest, though, let us return to Gate Town and let Miss Elvira know all is well. After all, you wouldn't have come unless she'd sent... You wouldn't have come unless she sent you. Yeah! Hashtag besties. Lahi! Alright, I gotta go back to Kaluja. Kaluja. Lahi! Alright, I'm pretty sure we are coming up on the final quest in this particular role quest line. Which is good, because I've been going for a little less than 2.5 hours. I'm starting to get sleepy. I'm gonna need to sleep. I owe her so much, then and now.
Hi, Geld. What a pleasure to see you again. And in the company of little Reek, no less. Am I right in assuming you've patched things up?
I should like to think so, yes. And it is all thanks to you. Had you not implored her to give me another chance, I might well still be sitting alone in the swamps, dwelling on my myriad failings. And you, my friend, I know not why you sought her out on your own, but I am glad that you did. Miss Elvira is perhaps the only person who truly cares for my well-being, but she has no one to look after her.
Don't be silly, Reek. I have you, don't I? Before you stop blabbering about how you wish you could properly reward Eigeld, as I can tell you're about to, I know that I've prepared a hearty meal just for her.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you. Nevertheless, I shall see you both duly compensated once we have claimed the bounty for Andrea. And claim it we shall, for united, Reek and Eigeld are unstoppable. Is what I would like to say, but I know my own limitations better than anyone. 'Twould be prudent to make proper preparations at this juncture. You too should see to it that you are ready for the struggle ahead. It will be a mighty one indeed, but one well worth the effort, my friend.
I do hope you continue to remain good friends from now on.
Believe me. Alright. The finale. Eigeld, my friend, my partner. I trust you are ready. Partner? So presumptuous. Good, good. This is very good indeed. But before we depart to face Andrea for what I pray is the final time, I have a confession to make. I may have been somewhat misleading when I intimated the tremendousness of my martial prowess. In truth, it rather pales in comparison to yours. Uh-huh. I gather you are not unaware of this. Truly, you are as perceptive as you are mighty. In my defense, I must say that when I realized what an exceedingly powerful warrior you truly are, I was dumbstruck. I struggled to conceive how even to broach the subject. Furthermore, I must admit that great majority, nay, all of our efforts to hone our skills in preparation for the battle to come have been entirely for my benefit, that the disparity between us might not be so readily apparent. To think that my insecurity drove me— I've got a fucking fly on my goddamn pop filter. Get out of here. To think that my insecurity drove me to postpone this fateful day for so long. In my cowardice, I allowed Andrea to assemble a party of followers. Where before we might have only to contend with the one foe, we must now confront 5. And for all my preparation, I am still no more likely to be an asset to you than a hindrance. But perhaps that need not be the case. In discussing this grim reality with Miss Elvira while you were away, we hit upon a potential stratagem.
Recall you render Ray's greatest strength and weakness, her preternatural hearing. We can be reasonably certain that Andrea is possessed of it as well. Therefore, if you were to fashion a device that could produce a loud noise at will, you could use it to secure an advantage in your battle.
So what you're saying is that I should go into battle and start screaming. What I lack in strength of arms I make up for with guile. While it will not guarantee us victory, it will surely bring us one step closer. Oh hey, this dude. 1,000 pardons, Master Reek, but I am come to deliver a message from your Lord Father. Daddy? What does he want with me now? It has come to your Lord Father's attention that you have acquitted yourself rather poorly as a bounty hunter, and have brought terrible shame upon your family name. He commands you to cease all such activities at once and return to the city forthwith. Should you fail to do so, you will be stripped of your citizenship and family name. No further financial assistance will be provided. Oh dear. Dramatic zoom in on Elvira. You may tell my father and my mother the following.
that I am Lue-Reeq, proud bounty hunter, slayer of sin-eaters, and I have no intention of renouncing this cause, and that they are free to do as they deem fit. Tell them that if they have no son, then I have no parents, that I have no family save Miss Olvara, who has shown me more love than they ever have. Very good, Master Reek. I shall deliver your reply to them at once. Master Reek, your father says you are a cringe-fail loser and to return home at once. You can tell my father to go fuck himself. Very well, Master Reek. I will deliver your message promptly. Ever the consummate professional. He doesn't even mind. He's just like, yeah, all right, sure. I'll go tell your father to fuck himself. That's fine. Right, now that that's settled, we can get to work crafting that giant noisemaker of ours. Let's consult with the craftsman of the crystalline mean at once. And there he goes, off to do his own work. I dare say you lit a fire in him, Eygild. I never thought I'd see the day when he'd muster the courage to say anything like that to his parents. Smile, nod. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Da questo mean? Da questo mean? Oh, I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting very sleepy. Okay. Oh, right. Cannot ride Chocobo in here. Oh, wait, what the fuck am I doing? Can't ride Chocobo, but can teleprote. Can't see target. But can teleprote. Loith! We have to make something with big noise. For all my time in the Crystarium, I cannot recall ever visiting the crystalline mean. Nevertheless, I am sure there is someone here who can assist us. Usually, I just paid others to do it.
Eh? What's all this then? You got something what needs making?
Indeed I do, good sir. I wish to commission the production of a device that can generate a tremendously loud sound. It must be small and lightweight enough to be carried by a single individual as well.
Ain't that one of the stranger requests I've heard? Well, if it's just noise you want, then I'd wager we can make do with the special blend of fire sand. Aye, I think I've got just the recipe for your needs. I need some choice ingredients, mind, and you'll need to go and fetch them for me.
Fetch? What precisely is it that you require?
Well, there's this one particular beastie native to Kalusia what's got a singular diet and leaves these massive dung piles, the fresher the better, if you please. A few varieties of grasses native to Ratika, and some iron ore from Amarang. I can give you a list if you like.
To wit, I will need to travel to the far corners of Norvert and back. Oh dear, this is rather more involved than I... No. No more excuses. I will do whatever must needs be done to see this through to the end. My friend, I will not impose these tasks upon you. I insist you remain here while I go and fetch the required materials. We get to stay in the Crystarium while Lue-Reeq does the fetch quest. Love that. Love that for him. He's doing so well. My beautiful baby boy.
You gonna be alright getting all that stuff by himself? I mean, if it were you, I'd not think twice about it.
My lovely, beautiful boy, Lue-Reeq. Out here, fetching quest. He's grown up so much. Okay, yawn. Okay. Rally. Ow. My fucking knees. Jesus, Luke. Jesus, Reek. Where you got me waiting, buddy? Oh, at his table.
Okay, one.
Oh, hey, man. How'd the fetch quest go? It was a series of surprisingly harrowing experiences. But in the end, I managed to obtain the materials necessary for the construction of my secret weapon. That gentleman was rather accommodating. Despite being somewhat put out that I had not any gil to pay him for his labor, he was nevertheless willing to teach me how to craft the arrows myself. He said he found my industriousness endearing. You are quite endearing, Lue-Reeq. I am endeared to you. I must confess, despite being utterly exhausted by all this busy work, it has been somewhat refreshing. And now that my noisemaker arrows are ready, I cannot wait to put them to the proof. If all goes to plan, the explosion should be loud enough to incapacitate Andrea for a time. Let's put an end to her tale, my friend, and in so doing, write the opening of ours, that of Reek and Eigeld, bounty hunters extraordinaire. Come, Raktika and glory await.
Okay.
Glory.
Oh, God. Alright, I'm really hoping that I'm not, like, constantly yawning throughout this last fight. We're so close. The end is in sight. We just gotta push it over the finish line. And then next week we'll be doing the magic DPS side quests. While we're on our way to this, Lahi? The Sharkstream Shark Sketch may be changing a little bit. I have been looking into some things on my end here with regards to the games that we're currently playing. And thinking that in the future, I might try to lock in more specific time frames for when my streams start. And then also switching around the days that I'm actually streaming on. Potentially. It's something I'm looking into. One of the things that was brought up in the, one of the... Lahi! No, not like that. Lahi! One of the things that was brought up in one of the panels I went to during PAX, Streaming for Fun and Rarely Profit, was that in a lot of cases, when it comes to like trying to like build your audience in your stream, it can actually be really useful to really dig into like the analytics for your channel and the games that you play. So I've been digging into analytics. I'm trying, I don't want to become too obsessed with numbers, you know? If only because, like, I know what sort of attitudes that leads to. There's a lot of stuff I'm trying to, like, not fully ignore, but at the very least, like, engage with in moderation. Because I don't want to contract Mr. Beast syndrome, where I start evaluating everything I do with how can I turn this into content, and thus lose the ability to enjoy things. You know? If I may make one small request before we begin. Please, for the love of the gods, please try not to succumb to any visions of people's pasts. This really could not be a worse time. Cannot guarantee anything. Might have an echo just for the bit. I'm gonna snooze the ad, because we're about to do the big fight. Well, are you still with me in the here and now? Yeah, dog. Or cat. Excellent. Then we can attend to the task at hand without worry. Let us lay to rest our fellow hunters and grant Renderay the peace a hero deserves. I'm about to beat the shit out of these people. Alright. Yeah, of course they're defending her. That's what they're here for, man. Gotta take the healer out first. If there's one thing I know, it's that you gotta take the healer out first. Alright. Next, I'm taking out this fucking mage. Don't worry, Lue-Reeq, I'll be right there. Oh. Wow. Oh, shit. Oh, beans. Okay. Let's use that one more time. I don't want a fucking ad break during, like, the big final battle of this quest line. Oh, shit. Ugh. Oh. Okay. Yoink. Dare to fight evil's might. I'll be the last one standing in a flash of light. Bow, bow, down. Yeah, I know the knight's in the way. I'm working on it. Ow. Okay. Reek, maybe get like a little bit closer. Okay, you know what? That was fine. We almost got this. This is in the bag, honestly. Okay. It's so easy. It's not even hard. Woo! Kind of a fucked up attack, I'm gonna be honest. Kind of weird. Kind of sick with it. Oh, shit. Hold on, I'm coming.
Hey. Okay, and we are done. Cracks my neck. We won. Even seeing it and saying it hardly feels real. Oh. Piece of candy. Half-eaten piece of candy, but a piece of candy nonetheless. Huh? What's that you've got there? Weird rock. Oh. Wicked White, you're... Went away. You're Render Ray. The real Render Ray. I should have never betrayed your trust. Never again, I swore. Never again. Balam Keats, the Shadow Keeper, the Flood. Come what may, we would face it together, no matter how hard it got, or how terrified I was. That's what it means to let someone into your heart, knowing full well that nothing lasts forever. To welcome the fear, and the pain, the sorrow. When I lost my parents, when we laid the Keeper low. You felt it too, didn't you? To place our faith in a desperate, hopeless attempt to save everyone, and to see it amount to naught in the end. What else could we do but offer up that tiny remainder in a final, futile effort, even knowing deep down it was worth but a few moments more? What is this? You gave me fear, and that fear gave me strength. That fear led to anger, and the anger led to hate. The hate, well... You know. Wink wonk. Hold on, I got it. Wink. Wait! There's so much I want to ask! Bro, I don't think that was like her actual consciousness, so I wouldn't worry about it. I don't understand. What was she talking about? Bunny, bunny, banani, banani, banoi, bunny, bunny. It's not right. It's not fair. Heroes sacrificing themselves for nothing, becoming villains, being forgotten. Thank you, Eigeld. I could never have gotten this far without your help. I had no idea who Render Ray or any of the other Warriors of Light truly were. It was all ancient history to me. Why would I care who some Aegis once were? I was no better than my parents, judging them out of hand. Dismissing their sacrifice, not bothering to look deeper. Made it all the easier to pursue Andrea for my own amusement. I pray I've made up for it in part by helping to lay Render Ray's soul to rest. Miss Elvira is probably worried sick about us both. We should return to Kalusia to let her know we're all right. Sure, man. And while we're on our way to the Kalusia, I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed this stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Blue Sky, Tumblr, at AcidXShark, that's AcidXSHARK, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream, chat blocker was done by Isaac, who you can find on Blue Sky at Knucklebone, that's KNUCKLEBONE. Great artist, highly recommend checking his stuff out. VTuber was done by Teva, who you can find on Blue Sky at Teva Meow, that's TEVAMEOW, with rigging by V747. Who you can find on Patreon at that. Upcoming streams. Tomorrow, Darksiders 3. Saturday, Bandy and the Dark Revival. I guess. And then next week, I'm going to... I don't know if it's going to be next week that I start moving things around in the schedule or not. But regardless, we'll still be doing Forspoken. We'll still be doing Final Fantasy XIV. The next Final Fantasy XIV stream will be starting on the Magic DPS role quests. Which will continue to have interesting tidbits about the past of the Warriors of Light. And hint towards some details that we may find out about later. Let's go ahead and finish up this quest. During the 2-minute ad. I can't wait to tell Miss Elvira everything, and I should definitely use some of the bounty to treat her.
My little Reek, Igeld, congratulations on a job well done. And from one hunter to another, thank you for helping Renda Ray to achieve a measure of peace. She was a hero to me, too, and it broke my heart to know what had become of her. To have your legacy tarnished so, to have the world call you villain even still. But at least I can take comfort in knowing she can finally enjoy a long rest.
Whatever others may say, we will preserve the truth in story and song. Renda Ray, the bravest hunter there ever was, and more importantly, a true friend to those she held dear. I can only hope to measure up to her example someday. For now, however, I say we return to the Crystarium and raise a glass in celebration. And there he goes.
So she brought down Balam Keats not alone, but with the aid of her comrades. May not be the story I was taught, but somehow it rings truer to my ear.
Excuse me. We're going to be going ahead and raiding Penelope today, so if you want to stick around for that, you can. I just need to finish up here. Finally, that third turkey that I've been looking forward to. Andrea's bounty has been paid to us in full, my friend. So come, let us eat, drink, and be merry. I've been meaning to ask, Igeld, but I have the impression you are rather more acquainted with these Warriors of Light than you've been letting on. What exactly do you know about them? Okay, there's your bunny, full explanation, bunny. His ass is listening, learning, growing. I mean, his ass is remaining the same size. His emotional and spiritual ass is growing. What the fuck am I saying? That is so preposterous a tale that I have no choice but to assume it is true. Offering up their lives to first cross the rift, then to halt the flood. Wicked White. It must have taken us so much courage to see it through in those final moments. Okay, I'm back just in time. Hello, Kale. A courage born not of a desire for glory or dedication to an ideal, but of fear and love for those with whom she had forged unshakable bonds, her comrades. Uh-huh. I won't pretend that we have anything even approaching such a powerful connection, but I would like to think that if you were in mortal peril, that I would fly to your side without hesitation. He's so in love with me. He wants to fuck me so bad it makes him look stupid. Having said that, if I were tested as Renda Ray were, if I were challenged to offer up my life for others without even knowing if it would amount to aught, I doubt I could rise to the occasion. I am a child and a fool who knows little of the world. I've been coddled and spoiled and have only just tasted the bitter fruits of life that you and countless others sup on daily. You are made of sterner stuff, Igeld, far sterner than me. That is why I know I can never walk your path. Do you wish you could? He does not need any help in looking stupid.
How could I not? I cannot recall a time I have felt happier and more alive than when I have traveled with you. But you have countless other journeys ahead of you, don't you? For you are destined for greater challenges, whereas I am suited to rather more pedestrian affairs. Know your limits, as Miss Olvara used to say. Meeting her again after all these years, seeing how much older and more frail she'd become, made me realize how little time together we have left. She shouldn't have to live out her days living alone and in squalor. I've decided it will not be so. I shall return to Kalusia and attend to her needs, for I would do my utmost to repay the love and kindness that made me the man I am today. Smile, nod. Therefore, though it pains me to say it, I fear this celebration must also mark the end, or at the very least a tentative suspension, of the glorious partnership that was Reek and Eigeld, bounty hunters extraordinaire.
I love this man for being such a fucking idiot, but also for going through character growth. My model froze up for a moment. It kind of fucked up my dramatic head bob.
Should you ever find yourself in Kalusia, however, do come and pay us a visit. Sure thing, man. I love you.
God bless that beautiful idiot. And that's going to be it. I am going to go ahead and set up the raid. Over to Penny. God bless that beautiful idiot, and also Lue-Reeq. But otherwise, I will see you on next time on the Shark Stream. Same shark time, same shark channel. Take care, everybody.